Hold on. There we go. Here we go.
Drink
up. Yeah, because I came back to the wrong face, and the dogs are all wound up and all over me, and So we already had one person think that it was Lucy picking out the Lindsey Sterling.
So guys, who picked what?
I know what I picked. Lucy picked the other one.
I know what I picked.
I picked out the Lindsey Sterling. I'll just throw it out there. Are you Lucy? Are you familiar with Lindsey Sterling? Do you have an opinion?
No. I like Lindsey Sterling. I like some of her stuff. Like, I absolutely love her Skyrim theme song rendition that she did. Absolutely love it. There are just certain songs that I can get into and certain songs that I can't, because I'm not a big string instrument sort of person, so the violin sometimes isn't really my thing. But her music is absolutely beautiful. She's a great person. You can tell that she's really passionate, and I like that in a singer. That's mostly why I can't stand pop songs, is because their singers are just basically just there for the money.
Performer?
No, you know what I mean. But she's very passionate about her music, and you can tell when somebody is performing, that whether it's song or an instrument, that you can tell when they're passionate about music, and I really like that.
She has a Skyrim video.
Notice how he doesn't ask my opinion.
Do you not like Lindsey Sterling?
Didn't really care for her.
No.
Oh,
I like Lindsey Sterling. I like music. I think it's really great. But the dance moves are all the same in every single one of her videos.
Yeah, I generally don't watch that. Two things. One, I like. I'm more into the dubstep music that she's done. Not that I like dubstep. I almost said I'm more into dubstep, but that's totally not the case. I like a little bit more of her electronic dance type music that you can get a little bit of a groove to that way. I'm not into her string music, and that's like one of the things I saw was that she had like a violin western type music video that I was checking out before the show, and I'm like, nope, that's not my thing. And then two is that I think that she does a lot of interesting things in her videos, and I'm a big video guy. I love what people do in that way. But I think Kylest is kind of right. Like, once you see the gimmick of a dancing violin player, it kind of like, okay, I've seen it. I see it again, and I see it in this video, and that video. Oh, look, another video where she's dancing. But that's not to say it's a horrible thing. It's just dancing.
I will say that I couldn't do it. There's no way I could dance like that, and there's no way I could play a violin like that, much less do both at the same time. So I can appreciate that she's extremely talented. But I would rather just listen rather than watch the videos.
All right, so
also, I will say this: I'm a Ravenclaw.
I think I would have to say I'm a Ravenclaw too.
Hufflepuff.
I might be a Slytherin though.
I think I'm a Hufflepuff. Pretty sure the last time I checked,
Hufflepuffs, I believe, were known for their honesty and their loyalty.
Totally Hufflepuff.
Not your bravery.
That's a Gryffindor.
I know. That's why I was. Anyway, yeah, I might be.
Sorry, I just love her face. And read the sheets.
So there were the 4 big updates to Landmark that they announced this week. We've covered the well, not this week. They covered the crafting changes the week prior. The claim limits was one of the ones that they announced this week. The other are the changes to the. I'm losing people here.
I like bacon leather. I'm a Sith. That's okay. I'm not a princess. I'm a PC.
The problem is that I totally couldn't be calm like a Jedi. I couldn't do it. So, I'm a bounty hunter.
I like the little shifty eyes she gets when she says that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have the anime glasses reflection going, so if I have shifty eyes, you can't tell. But you know what that does mean?
Oh.
It means I'm evil.
Does it also mean that you ping when you smile? Actually, there's a window reflection and you literally just pinged when you smiled. Oh wait, tangent.
Because I wasn't even gonna try. I was like, oh, that's them.
Jedi on the streets and the Sith in the streets.
4 major changes to Landmark upcoming. We've covered 2 of them. That's the harvesting changes and the claim limit changes. The next announcement that they announced the changes of deal with the achievement system. Lucy and I both know internet nerd points. I have them all, right?
They're like Pokemon. You have to catch them all.
See, I go through spurts where I really try to get all of the achievements in a game. I did that with Guild Wars 2, not achievements, but the 100% completion. And then after a while, I'm just like, no, I want to take a break. And then I just never got back to Guild Wars 2. With Warcraft, I did the same thing, and I pushed it to the, like, there's no ranking or rating system that you can point as an official source, but, like, perusing a couple of different websites, I decided that I had enough achievement points to say, like, I was in the top 1%, and I'm like, okay, that's it for achievement points. I am done for a while. Because...
Achievement 4.
Yeah. And then in Landmark, I think I did it all in one afternoon. I got all of the achievements that they put into the game in one afternoon. And
it took maybe an hour.
Yeah, and it took the longest point of me was trying to get 5 mobs to kill. And the reason it took so long to get the 5 mobs to kill was because I had trouble finding the mobs. And that was when I tweeted out, like, I think that isn't there a problem with the, monster spawning at the surface level? Because there were none on the surface level. Even when I went back through areas where I had seen that they were infested before, they weren't really there. So, achievements.
Well, you won't have to worry about that anymore because they're taking mobs off the surface.
Yeah. Well,
I'm skipping topics. I'm sorry.
I'm actually sort of okay with that.
Oh, I'm so not okay with it.
If their combat were better, I would care more.
Yeah, so I think that the first thing that they need to do is that their first... come on, it's a closed beta, so a lot of them is just testing to make sure that their systems work, and I think that in that regard, their achievement systems did that. It tested to make sure that it worked. The UI looked okay. The pop-up notifications, they worked. The amount of trouble that you had to go through to get them, it was like, okay, well, that's all it takes, whatever. Of course, I realized that when this system goes into EverQuest Next, it's going to be a lot deeper and more complex. I love the idea of hidden achievements, though, and I wish that more games did it. Because, like, even Warcraft does it to an extent that they have, like, their feats of strength, and so they don't tell you that there are those achievements out there, but I wish that there were more games that didn't have, like, this is your index, and these are all the achievements that you have, and these are all the achievements that you don't have, and I love the idea of finding the hidden achievements. I think that when the game first launches in EverQuest Next, Landmark, but specifically EverQuest Next, that it would be a lot of fun to play the Discover the Hidden Achievements game.
Oh, totally. However, I don't want to read a wiki to find them, because I am going to want them all.
Yeah, and if they assign, like, so do you think that that's the reason why they assign the numerical value to them, is so that people can, like, well, how many achievement points do you have? Because I have over 9,000. Because when it comes to that type of gameplay, like, I do like knowing that I'm in that top 1%, but I hate feeling like I'm chasing other people. I like completing all the achievements for the sake of achieving all the achievements. Boy, that's redundant. Lucy, you
I
like
am
competition.
highly competitive, so I like being like, well, I have this many achievement points.
Interesting.
But
Because when
I also like that you can kind of judge how old an account is by the achievement points. So if you get like a person applying for your guild who has, let's just say, 5,000 achievement points, you're like, this is an experienced player. Versus somebody who has 50, you're like, they just made this account. Maybe I should be like a little bit more wary accepting them to the guild. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a good judge as to how long a person has been playing, but not necessarily. I will say that.
And I will say that I love the fact that there are and I'm going to use Warcraft because it's the one I'm most familiar with. That when they have like the like if you're a PvP guild and you're focusing on that, you can look at their like, well, what have you accomplished, and there is a tracking system for that, so that somebody can't BS you. And when it comes to PvE, they have the ahead of the curve achievements, which means that you completed certain PvE objectives before they made it easy. Before they tone it down and people outgear it, so it's like, okay, we're a hardcore raiding guild, and you're applying to be in a hardcore raiding guild. Well, what have you done previous to this? What's your experience? And they can't BS you and be like, oh, we downed heroic Lich King in the first week. No, you didn't.
Oh, tangent alert! I have an anecdote about a PvP achievement that I had on my character that I was so proud of. I don't actually PvP, nor do I generally like PvP. However, when you go in with a group that you know and you love, these were real life friends of mine that I'd been gaming with in and out of video games for a very long time, and we formed a group. There was a Prot Pally, a holy priest, and I think it was me as a feral druid cat, obviously.
Because druids are for fight.
Druids are for fight. Everybody should know that. But we went in as a group, and we were doing Warsong Gulch, and we camped the flag room, and everybody, like, the holy priest hid up on the little balcony so nobody could see him, and of course I was a cat, so I was invisible, so nobody could see me. So you just have this one paladin hanging out by the flag, and they're like, oh, I could take it. We wrecked them. Totally wrecked them, and I ended up getting the not in my house achievement, which is kill the person who takes the flag before they leave the flag room.
I was carrier in your own flag room.
I was so proud of that, because I am not a PvP person, but with the right group and the right tactics, it was so much fun.
I agree. Sometimes playing to earn achievements makes for a very fun gameplay experience, and that's what I hope that they're keeping in mind when they put in the achievement systems into Landmark and EverQuest Next. Is that how do we put the achievements in there so that it increases the amount of fun that people have, like looking at things that people can do that are outside of like the normal things. Carlos, do you have a favorite achievement that you've earned in a game?
Gosh. Sure, I do. I probably just have to log in and look. Like, which one is really my favorite?
I have a favorite named achievement, which is Home Alone, where you Hearthstone while your little orphan is out.
Yes!
Bye, kid.
I didn't... I'm sure that I have it, because I have
you do,
almost...
it's part of a meta.
Oh, right, then I have it. But sometimes I earn achievements without, like, even thinking about it. Favorite achievement... God, I had it, and then I lost it. Oh wait, it's Vanguard. I discovered
Drink.
No, come on. You can't say drink when it's like.
I don't need a reason to drink.
I was gonna say. But anyway, it was the achievement for finding the guild building or tier 5 building house building quests in Vanguard, because it wasn't an achievement. It was not just a personal achievement; it was a server achievement. I was the person who discovered those quests. I discovered the quests. I was also the first person to finish those quests. Now, because I didn't look at what other servers were doing, I don't know if I was like the first worldwide or globally. All I know is I was the first person on my server. And so it was this little pat on the back. Oh yeah, I was mad. Yeah, achievements. I think that when you have an MMO, including Landmark, you need to have the achievement systems in there. So all of the changes to them, I'm sure, I don't know. I need to see more of them. I need to get in and play the game to see how they feel. And I'm sure that we'll do a recap on that after the game has been out for a little while.
I have to pick one.
Okay, which ones?
I have to pick one.
You don't have to.
There are two that I really like. One of them is it's the Grim Reaper. Get 30 honorable kills in a single battle in a single battleground. And I really like that one because it's 30 kills in one battleground. And you have to hit the killing blow, and that's sort of a pain in the ass.
No, that's Cannon. That's a different one. That's Cannonball.
I'm reading it. It's right here. The Grim Reaper. Get 30 honorable kills in a single battleground. In a single battle in any battleground.
Read what Cannonball says.
Which one is that one for? Which?
PvP.
You asked me which one was my favorite. I'm reading you which one my favorite was.
Okay, I'm just saying that you're...
I don't understand.
Honor kills are not for getting the killing blow.
Oh, well then fine. The other one is really dirty though.
Too dirty for this show?
Backdoor job.
Do tell!
In Isle of Conquest, enter the enemy courtyard while their gates still stand. Called Backdoor Job. I laughed my ass off when I got that one.
So, just so you viewers at home know, Kai Lest has the achievement for Backdoor Jobs.
I do too. I just don't think it's favorite.
Well, sharing is caring, guys. I'm sure, you did it together.
I didn't earn that achievement with him.
What? He took off his headset. For those of you just listening,
took off his headset. He's covering his mouth and he's turning red.
I'm like, oh, you can't be too dirty for this show, but nope, I was wrong.
Challenge accepted.
Wow.
Challenge achieved. Achievement unlocked.
I need an adult.
I don't think they're already here.
Nope.
Flatus, where are you?
Oh no, he's like, I need someone. Yeah. I'm gonna change the subject if we keep on this.
So, achievements in Landmark coming soon. TM.
Or TMI, depending on what they are.
How about the fact that let's talk about this. Progression through achievements. You must kill monsters, loot treasure chests, and harvest resources in each tier to get health, offense, and armor for your character. Let's talk about that.
So, kill for the sake of killing?
Well, it's not just killing, it's exploring and looting and harvesting and experiencing
Pillaging.
that tier. Pillage. Remember, pillage before you burn. Extremely important.
It is.
I wish there was more gameplay options for not because I tried I try to stay away from combat. I'm not that I don't like playing the game and combating it up with the best of them. Once in a while, I like seeing like how can I play this game without having to be violent? Because if you look at an adventurer from a pure, they're kind of psychopaths. They run around and they kill everything that they see. It's like problem solving. I can solve your problem. Whack. And it's like
comic book sounds. Yes, this just got interesting, guys.
So it's like, is there a way to resolve the situation without combat? Because I would because that seems more intriguing to me than just whacking it.
Kai's facial expressions are right. It really got interesting when she started talking about her back job.
So, attaching, I don't know.
I'm completely How many times can I derail Tanlin?
Enough.
I like it. I like that it feels like these achievements are going to feel like progression.
It doesn't feel like it doesn't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It doesn't feel like an achievement. It feof like grind.
All right.
Grind doing this to get this. And instead of grinding rep, kill X amount of these kobolds and you get 10 rep per kobold you killed, and when you get 5,000,
take candle.
Take candle.
It doesn't feel like an achievement. It feels like a gatekeeping, not fun, not interesting. It feels like you grind at doing this to get to this. I want to be a better adventurer. Yes, granted, I have to adventure to be a better adventurer, but it doesn't increase the amount of fun. It gatekeeps the fun. And I
will say that it'll feel like a grind if it's the same thing for each tier.
Kill 5,000 of these. Kill 5,000 more of these. Kill 10,000 of these.
Well, it's not just killing. Remember, loot 5 chests. Harvest, 5,000 materials. If it's the same thing for each tier, it's gonna feel like a grind. But I still like the fact that my character can get more badass. So, when you log in with your first character, your tier, you first log in, my character can handle cooler stuff than your character just because I've done the game I've done the game for longer. I've played the game for longer. And
it also feels like instead of doing a vertical progression based on experience points, kill, you earn your experience points to increase to the next level. Now it's kill the mobs to increase the number of kills that you have to unlock the next tier based on. And so it's just shuffling different terminology around. It achieves the same goal. Play more to advance your character, and that takes away from the whole. It adds an element of vertical progression. There's just no other way I can see that you can argue against that. It is, you have, this is your base tier, earn the achievement to get the better armor, earn the next achievement to go up. That's vertical, not horizontal.
Let me know when we go back to comic book stands, because I'm prepared now.
When I first got into Landmark, I'm not gonna lie, I put on my Trailblazer outfit, blue one with a swooshy cape, and I literally walked around being like, swooshy cape, swooshy cape, swooshy cape, swoosh, swoosh, swish, swoosh. I'm not. Seriously, I did.
It's not a
boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
She just made a sale.
Sorry, I thought my phone was muted. I just made a sale on my store. Apologies, but my phone goes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So.
Also, there's the whole if you have to I hope there's since you no longer need to get dirt to get building materials. I hope there's not a dig up dirt achievement. It's a good sale.
It's a good sale.
Woo! We're going out maybe.
Hey, you're cooking.
So paired with that, your armor, your weapons. Everybody starts with 2 ability Adventurer's Blades, and you can loot or craft for pretty cheap 2 ability versions of all the other weapons. Didn't they they just tell us that monsters and chests no longer drop combat items, and now they're telling us that they drop weapons?
I thought is it an achievement to get to the third one?
It was just something that said. It is an achievement to get to the... Oh, I totally messed up where I was in my notes.
Lucy, can you help me understand something? There is a shiny black shield in the game. It's very dark elfy looking. How would I obtain that? Do you know?
You log in.
You have to find somebody who either has one or has the mats to craft it. Yes, I know how to obtain it, and I know how I could probably get it for you.
I'm pretty sure that I'd have the materials if you wanted it.
I might have to log in and look.
See how you look wearing it with the shield.
It's true. Clothing is definitely a motivational tool in games for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, to answer your question, Tanlin, to upgrade to the 3 ability version of a weapon, you, and I quote, just need to kill monsters with it. Fucking snooze fest.
It's vertical progression.
It's basically just a Slayer achievement in EverQuest 2, but less cool, because you don't get a title and to be able to say, I've killed so many fairies that I am now a fairy slayer.
Yeah,
So
What can I
basically,
say that I
you'll
haven't
just
seen?
farm easy monsters to kill, to get what you need.
Right, and that's where it is a not necessarily. It's not an achievement. You haven't sure you've achieved something, but it's not adding to the fun of playing the game. It is creating a demarcation that you have done the same repetitious activity over and over again, and I'm sure that that's great. Like you can put different achievements in the game, and that could be one of them. But to tie increasing your character, making them more powerful and have better abilities to that achievement, tying those two together, why not just give me experience points and I can't do it until I get to level 2? Same thing.
The other thing is that it feels like you don't need to go into tier 5 at all to upgrade your weapons. Like,
well, I wonder if that's what they're going to do. Like, to get to the third ability, you would have to kill like so many of different types of mobs, and some of the mobs that you would have to kill had to be the tier 5.
maybe, but I will say that if they do something like in order to get the 3 ability weapon from the achievement, you have to like kill one of each mob in each biome. That would be cool. Like, at least you'd be doing something. You'd be hunting for something specific. It's not like, kill 5,000 monsters.
Yeah, I agree. Throw in some underwater ones. And I just throw that out there because I think it would be interesting to, like, well, let's put in we haven't seen any new monsters in how many months? Like, when are we going to see some new mobs?
All of the months.
All of the months, right.
All of them.
Again, give us more variation. We need to talk about AI sometime in the near future, because that's one of the things, like, we've been waiting for the technology in H1Z1 to get to the point where we could start making comparisons to, like, here is the zombie mob mentality in H1Z1, and here's how you can like expect similar mobs in Landmark or EverQuest Next to act based, because they have the same thought process in their AI coding. That would be fun to see, because right now, not only do we have a very limited amount of mobs that we can come across, but they're very predictable. You know, like the Chomper, he's going to do his wind up.
Chomping thing.
He's going to do his wind up to spit at you in the animation. You know, it's like, oh, he does that. Yeah, he does that animation, which means don't stand in front of him and
keep moving while you shoot him, because I only use the bow.
Yeah, and so that's cool. But it's cool when you discover the strategies the first time. But when that's the only strategy that need to master. Like Flatus would come in and talk about that. They had like a 3-man group that was unkillable because it was like, you throw up the absorption barrier with the one ability and you just keep whacking at it.
What did you do?
Oh, nothing. I just saw something. Bang! Pow!
I'm filling in for not having the soundboard. Ha ha.
So.
Why are you mad? It's just a game.
So, achievements, do we have any final thoughts before we move on to the continent changes?
I have some tons more.
On the achievements?
Oh yeah. I'm glad that they're going to give me 3-weapon abilities as an achievement. And that would feel like something like really cool, and I have like a leg up against other players, and now I have this commodity to trade. Oh wait, I can't trade it.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a free one to craft.
Don't really have any comment on that, because we've covered so much about the crafting already.
Yeah, I just want to. I'm really hoping that. Really hoping that there's a reason to trade. I want there to be a reason to trade with other players, and I'm not seeing any, and I'm getting really discouraged. But I'm hoping that they give us new items or some super rare items that you can find from chests that are drops. I'm really hoping for this because so far I'm worried that there's not going to be a reason to trade unless like you go down into tier 5 and you harvest a bunch of diamond or whatever, and then you have that to trade because somebody doesn't want to go down there.
Yeah, especially that, like, if I can make that, like, if there's a bow or something, a weapon, a piece of equipment that requires the diamond, and the diamond is only in the tier 5, and they've increased the depth that you have to go into to be able to make it, maybe there'll be an opportunity for crafting in that regard, but if they have to unlock that third ability for themselves, you can't sell it as, like, an ability that is unlocked on it already. So if they're going to have to go out and go earn achievements to unlock that third ability, then if they're down in that, tier 5 cave, which they have to go to for the achievement, then why don't they just harvest up their own diamond while they're down there? Type stuff?
Well, I mean, that's assuming that a builder wants to go down there. You know what I mean? They might not. They might just buy from the auction house the diamond. But I don't think that they're going to need enough of that material for building with. To actually make a profit, to actually make it worth it for harvesters to sell. But I could be wrong. I absolutely could be, like, I could be saying this and 2 days later they're going to release like 5,000 new textures for all of the non-free mats to build with. And they're going to be way cooler than the free ones. I could be wrong. I absolutely 100% admit that they could change anything at any time, and all of my concerns will be invalidated.
Right.
I would like to remind all current viewers that Angela has the banhammer. Angela's also sick, and I use the banhammer much more generously than normal when I am not feeling very well. Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, so on to achievements. Tons of exclusive titles and outfits. Oh my god, yes! I want these. I want to do all of the achievements to get these, and I don't care what happens for me to get them. I will get them. They will be mine.
Awesome. I'll probably be doing a little bit of that because I hate not having my achievement points.
Non-progression achievements in almost every category, from crafting to building to treasure hunting. Oh my god. Yes, please. Yes, please. I can't wait. Every single playstyle that is available is going to be rewarded through achievements, from sightseeing to treasure hunting to... Oh my god, I'm very, very excited to see a game do this. It's not just going to be PvP achievements, like PvE achievements, building achievements. It's going to be everything. I am so excited. Like, there's literally, we saw a picture of the achievements interface, and there's literally going to be achievements for visiting other people's claims and stuff like that. I'm really excited because as an achievement whore, as a confessed achievement whore, I will start doing things that I haven't done before in order to get these achievements. So for me, it is incentive to do things in Landmark. To me, that's content. There's a reason to go out and do things because I can get these fake internet points.
I don't know about combat, but titles and maybe outfits would be cool. Again, like if they, and then it's like not Landmark, but in EverQuest Next, if they get like some sort of diplomacy or diplomatic resolution achievements in the game, where you don't have, like I said, like I want to try to avoid being the psychopath in the game where it's like kill all the things all the time, and I get to be a more creative problem solver. That would definitely get me into the world more, especially when they sell it as a living world where your consequences matter. I would love to see like those sorts of achievements. Is that it for achievements, Lucy?
Yeah, for me.
Are we? No, she gave me that look. We only have 10 minutes unless you plan on going a little late.
I'll try to be quick. I think that's most of it. I totally lost my place. But my last thing actually was Armory Mastery achievements are designed to help you see at a glance all 33 of the armor sets available, along with the stats. Thank you, because I absolutely hate pulling up a second screen to look these things up. And it was needed because the tooltips in game, as they are currently, I know it was the first iteration. I'm not bashing you guys, like, I know it was the first, but we definitely needed this. We definitely needed to be able to see what stats were on each armor and everything else. The only downside is that one of my guildmates actually created an entire site indexing every single item and accessory and everything else in game so that you could see the stats and everything else. So it kind of made it a moot point, but I don't want to have to open a second screen in order to get all this information about something that's in the game. I'm so glad that they added.
Actually, that's my my comment about them removing the heartwood. Is that because I used to have to like, okay, where do I go to find the heart, palm heart, gnarled heart type material from the trees to be able to do all that stuff? I'd always have to look that up because I didn't know off the top of my head. So yeah, including more things in the game, definitely an improvement. Especially when it comes to indexing and referencing like what you need to make stuff. I'll have to go and check, but there used to be like you had to be at your crafting station to see what the materials were. I can't remember. I know that they added some changes to the journal so that you could pull up the journal.
They had a recipe tracker, but it was not perfect, and now they've updated that in the new. It's going to be much better in this new iteration, so I'm really excited to see that.
Right. So quickly changing over to the continents, because they've changed the continents. They've added in they say 4 new biomes, but I think there's 5 because there's the underwater biome.
Well, they're fleshing out the underwater biome, so maybe that's why they didn't want to include it. Like, they're adding, like, plants and stuff like that. So I can see why they didn't include it, but I'm not sure why. Well, I guess the deciduous surface and deciduous cavern have different things. I always lumped it under the same biome. But oh my god, new stuff! I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I that's where I get very, very interested in seeing how the different biomes play out and how they look, because I think that like when you have new continents that you're adding into the game, they all have a different feel to them. Even with just looking at the terrain and the way that the trees look and the mountains look, if they're snowy capped, it creates a feel to that landscape. And a lot of times the inspirations for what I would like to build come from what that particular biome naturally looks like. And I am excited to see the different biomes when it comes to like what all we can expect to see from the deciduous and from like the lava. Even the caves.
I will absolutely say that I am most excited to see the underwater. I can't wait to see people making mermaid cities and Atlantis and submarines and sci-fi underground airlock bunkers and all this. I cannot wait to start seeing this stuff happen on the forums and Twitter, because people's imaginations are going to explode again when they see all this new stuff, and I cannot wait to see it.
I'm just doing a quick showing of some of the biomes that they put in. And then we talked about it briefly about how previously, like if you wanted a nice flat level build, it was kind of hard. It was very hard to find one that didn't have some sort of slope to it. So the first part of like building a city or whatever was kind of trying to level it out. And then depending on how you wanted to level it out, like first you would level it and then you would smooth it so that it didn't look like a giant, tractor had come in and just totally graded everything and left, huge walls up the side of a mountain, because that's how it ended up. So I'm excited to see a very more varied landscape, or the way that they create the variations in the landscape, so that there are more. Again, that's part of like creating that whole feel for a place. Like sometimes you just come across a landscape biome altogether, and you're like, what would look really good right here? This would look really good right here, and you can have a better variety of those type of inspirations with more variety of building locations.
Eventually, I remember it being said at the last SOE Live that we're going to get terrain tools to flatten terrain. Can't wait for those.
Yeah, I hope that would be cool. My first arena, it was six claims, and it was on the smallest slope in the desert I could find, and even the smallest slope in the desert I could find, like at the far end, there was a cliff that was half the claim high, and on the other end, you were right at surface level, and so it was like being able to just push all of that land down would definitely it would be awesome. Being able to grab the start of a surface cave is also pretty huge. I know people have talked before about not being able to build caves underground because your claim has to be at the surface. And so like one of the things I said to that was that, well, you could, if you do your root claim and then you do your claim above it, you could just fill all of it in with dirt and make your own. Like instead of basically building on the surface and trying to go down into building your cave, what you would do is you would claim at the surface, claim the air above it, fill all of that in so that your root claim is now underground. Being able to claim a surface cave, I think, adds that huge possibility of being able to do both, where here's my root claim at the mouth of a cave, and if you go like a claim or two in, I've claimed above that and filled it in with dirt so that there's this massive cave structure going into a cave network.
Yeah, anything that you add to make the game cooler, to make the game more interesting, to add stuff to the game, to add stuff to people's creativity, I am absolutely 100% behind. I'm a little sad that there aren't going to be any more NPCs on the surface world, because I feel like the surface world isn't like a dynamic living world anymore, but hopefully with the addition of NPCs and stuff and GM tools, we can make it feel like that again. I just missed it. I missed having that little bit of danger on the surface.
I completely agree. One of the things that I would love to see is that once you've built your city, right, like, and now you have your GM tools, your storytelling tools, and it's like, I want to be able to program random NPC raids. You know, it's like, so the players are all in the city or in the village doing their own thing, or in their cave network, because they all live underground or whatever, and you've programmed in that at random intervals they just this wave of NPC mobs comes running through, trying to kill everybody, and so it's like that defend the city, raise the alarm type stuff. I mean, that's just one of the things I would do if I had the GM tools, to be able to create that type of AI. Especially if you could do things like create them, adjust the size. So it's like, every once in a while there would be the epic mob that would spawn.
The giant killer bunny.
The giant chomper that can actually move, right? So there's all these other little chompers that spawn.
Feed me, Seymour.
Exactly.
They're also giving us more caves. Oh my god, so many more caves. I'm so excited.
I never thought that there was a lack of caves to begin with.
You weren't a caver.
You sounded so Canadian. Say that again.
No. Well, I mean, you have to understand. I'm not that far from Canada. There is some overlap, but I'm really excited, and there's going to be new cavern ruins that they're gonna show us, and I'm so excited. And basically everything that they have added to the game, I'm super excited for.
Yep. We're at the 2-hour mark, and my internet is steadily getting less stable. So final thoughts on, I mean, we have a date now, May 4th, the week of May 4th, May the 4th be with you. We know some of the changes that are going to be implemented. All I want to do is say that I want to see, after the changes, multi-claims start developing, so that there's like, up here there's a claim and it's like 8 claims and it's a castle. Down at the water, the castle overlooks, there is a dock city, and then a dock area, and then up over in the plateau area there's another 8 claims or 16 claims, and that's actually the city. And so that all the 3 of them are not connected, but they are all telling like the same sort of story. Not really storytelling, but they're all in it together.
I just feel like I'm missing a bunch of information. Like, I feel like the things that they've taken out take away from the game, and I feel like I'm missing something. Like, there's a reason behind it that I don't know. Like, why are all these materials now free to place? Like, I'm looking for more. I'm going to be really excited to hear any more information that they release, because I want to know the reasons behind them. I want to know that I'm wrong. I want to know that there's going to be a community where we're trading items and we're trading like play styles, if that makes sense. Like, I want to know that as an explorer, I'm important to a builder, and as a crafter, I'm important to an explorer, and I can trade things with that explorer. And I feel like that's been taken away, and I'm really concerned about it. So please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Please let there be something that I'm missing, that I just don't have the whole picture yet.
You want to be able to buy purple skin and pretty dresses.
I want to be a dark elf. I want to have pretty dresses, or give me EverQuest 2 or next.
EverQuest 2.
Shut up.
I'll send you a link. Clean off the couch again. That's where I'm sleeping
This
tonight.
shark is gonna bite you.
Bite
you.
Oh, we didn't answer any questions. Do you want to take like?
I kind of was looking at them in chat.
You want to take like 10 minutes Anybody who has asked a question that hasn't gotten answered yet, go ahead and ask really quick, and we'll get around to answering them. Or not.
No,
The question that just came up is character creator going to be better right after White? I hope so. I think they're at least going to be adding big humans, so I think there's going to be updates to it. Wait and see. I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they said that the big humans is coming in. Like they're probably gonna.
Maybe what they really mean by big humans is I finally get to play a fat human.
Paul.
They can make him taller. Why can't they make him lighter?
Girthy. I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Between girthy and backdoor
No!
job.
Oh god, a girthy backdoor job. And now
I love you,
staring at
Lucy.
Tamlin's uncomfortable.
Oh, it's
At
easy
least
to
it's
push
not
me.
pussy juice. Remember?
Still can't say it.
Oh, pussy juice?
No.
That delightful
really can't.
energy drink that I was enjoying a few episodes ago?
You know what's really funny? Even after the show, I tried to get him to say it. He won't say it, even to just me. Not even to his wife. He will not say that word. It's just me.
Oh wow,
Just
I'm not.
saying.
Nope. Stay in there. That don't come out the mouth.
Yeah, let's not. Because I think I already know what you just thought.
Don't do a Google search for that. For the energy
I
drink.
will say
No!
it is an actual. It is an actual energy drink. I'm not sure which episode I was drinking it, but it happened. At least it's not as bad as Tanlin's milk because you can't level it up.
Yeah, just don't do a Google search for it. Do because
I'm sorry, but if any of our viewers are that internet naive, they deserve whatever they're getting as image.
Guess who the internet naive guy was? I was gonna pull up a picture of it so that people could see. So I'm like, oh hey, I'll do a really quick Google search so that I can show a picture of it so that people know what we're talking about.
Well, what happened to Lucy? Push your button.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
I'm pushing the wrong button.
There we go.
You pressed the wrong. That's what she said.
I am.
The other mouse button, honey.
Yep. No, I have a laptop set in front of me so I can read chat because I can't do it on the same computer. And I was pressing this button on the laptop, and it's not the one that makes you guys hear me. So Catchy put it in chat that she has put she I think it's a she. She has put up in I think it's a she. She's put up in chat the picture of the energy drink so that you don't have to brave the wilds of the internet to know
Because
what I'm
doing a
talking
Google
about.
search is a bad idea.
Did you actually hit enter, honey?
Yes! And what do you think I had on my second screen just staring right at me? I'm like, oh!
I don't know, Tamlin. What did you have? Nope. Can't say it. Can't
Not
do it.
even. No, nope.
We've totally just lost our PG-13 rating.
What?
We had a PG-13
rating?
I'm pretty sure we should have like a little. Oh, can we make one? Can we make like a little box that says NC-17 and put it at the bottom of like, the EverCast?
We can do that. That's what I'll do. I'll start popping up an image that says that that way like it's not the whole show that is not rated PG or PG-13. It's just like
no, it's just his wife.
These two.
Did you notice that I put him in between the two of us on?
Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Because I have to move people around, so then I'm like, she moved people around. Why did she do that?
I can't wait to see. There's a font below my name.
There is.
There's a font.
Do you like it?
I can't see it yet. Remember, my internet is horrible, so I can't actually stream the show while actually doing the show, so I will see it later. But is it adorable, guys?
I made special font for her, and she wants to know if her font is pretty.
I bet it is. I bet it's adorable. It's down here somewhere.
It's very scrolly and pretty.
Does it have little hearts for the eye?
No.
That's okay.
Next time I will hand ink it for you.
No, that's Pentapod just put in chat. Online interactions are subject to change. Truer words have never, ever been spoken.
Yeah. So I still have a little bit of work to do tonight. I will be tweeting out, well, Chad will tweet out when the videos are loaded, but I'm not going to be working on the blog post or the feeds for the podcasts tonight. I'll be doing that tomorrow, so you'll see them pop up tomorrow. But the YouTube videos should be taken care of tonight. We're about 10 minutes over. I'll let these two finish up before we shut down the stream and bid you all farewell and good night.
I'm sorry.
Farewell.
I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I will say this. I love this game so much that I don't want to see it fail. And I don't want to see it become a graveyard where nobody talks to anybody else. I want it to succeed so bad. So if I'm passionate, if I'm a little ranty, it's because I love this game so much and I want to see it succeed and I want it to have longevity and I want it to be successful. So if I seem a little harsh at times, I'm sorry, but that I honestly can say that it comes from a place of love. So I will be in Landmark forever because I absolutely love the game and I just want to see it succeed.
Yes.
Yes. Did you need a closing statement? Am I a lawyer now?
No. I guess you'd already said your piece. What you want. You want to play a dark elf in a dark elf city.
I'm sorry. I don't even give a shit about the dark elf city. I want a dark elf. I want a chubby dark elf. I want a short, chubby,
A dwarf.
dark. Fuck you.
I love this game.
I want to love the game, but give me a reason to love it, because right now there's no reason for me. And that doesn't mean that there's nothing lovable about the game. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the game. That means the things that I'm looking for in a game are not found in that game. Give me a freaking dark elf.
Soon.
And I might love it more.
I realized that I jumped into the game about a year or two before the game was ready for me because I tried building. I'm not a builder. I have no design for it. And I get bored with adventuring really quick. So the crafting and the harvesting is where you'll find me at, and I feel like there's not really kind of a need for me at the moment, but there might be at some point in the time.
Pentapod says I want to be an annoyed blue halfling. Sure, I want to be an annoyed blue halfling.
I will also say this, that the building tools have greatly improved and that they're awesome now, and everybody should jump in and just try. Just mess around with it. Just break out the starter circles, play around with them. They are really fun, I promise. If you like that sort of thing.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good, and I will log into the game for a little while tonight. Okay? I promise. I swear. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Work to do. I got other stuff to do tonight.
Shut up, Hamlet.
Thank you, everybody, for staying with us late, listening to me go on pretty solid rants with my concerns, and Thanks for staying with us. I promise, my rants come from a place of love.
They really do.
I love this game so much. I want there to be a community.
It really does.
All right, who wants to camp us out? Lucy, you're gonna handle that again? I won't wave
I
with
feel like I've been talking so much today. Okay, so thank you for staying with us. Thank you for watching EverCast or listening to EverCast. For those of you who subscribe to us via voice, make sure that you like us on Twitter, follow our pages on Twitter, like us on YouTube. We post our videos on YouTube. Give us a like. Leave us comments on the little YouTube comment place. I don't even care if they're mean. Thank
Stitcher.
you for watching.
Yeah.
Stitcher. And iTunes.
Stitcher.
Don't forget that we're on iTunes.
Stitcher and iTunes. Thank you. We're on Stitcher and iTunes. And tune in next week. We will have more stuff to talk about. We go every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching. Camping in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.